Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy, Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, I really want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report because without you guys, whoo, this does not work. Let's get open for business. The Dallas Cowboys' death was a little bit premature from all of the talking heads. They told you that Jacksonville has the premier defense in the NFL, the number one ranked defense in the NFL. They told you that the Dallas Cowboys are broke and can't be fixed. Let me pour Joe Boo a refill here. Today, the Dallas Cowboys put a 40 burger up on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And their defense played more like that number one ranked defense of Jacksonville. Now, I know I don't work for ESPN. NFL Network, Fox Sports, no. CBS, not Bleacher Report, Gerard Barker, USA Today, none of those things. I am Joe the fan talking about football in my basement. Not my mama's basement now, in my own basement now. This is what I said this morning when I was making pot of gumbo because I said I need to change my mojo. Got to do something different because if it's not working, you've got to change up. This was my conversation this morning. Let's go to the tape.
Knows. But I have this gut feeling, and here's the thing with Jason Garrett. The one thing you can say about Jason Garrett is he is a survivor. You know? You have some people that work a job and they go all out. They do everything possible at that company to make sure they look good, that they get the job done, and everything else. And then you get some of those people that do just enough. Just enough that they don't get in trouble, but not too much that they stress themselves out. You know, they just kind of are right there, and no matter what, they never seem to be the one that gets fired. And they never seem to be the one that gets promoted. They're just consistently right there with just enough. And that's Jason Garrett with the Cowboys. You'll remember 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, when it was the hot seat for Jason Garrett. You got to perform, son. And we went 12-4. Then there was 4-12 the next year. Jason Garrett back on the hot seat, right? 13-3. And here we are on the hot seat again. And don't you know that the Dallas Cowboys 13 times have been one game under 500. 13 times under Jason Garrett. And in those games, when we have times like this, when the team, the fans, and everybody starts questioning, would you believe that he is 11-2? Really? 11-2. Huh. Just enough. Save that job. The Cowboys have stunk on the road this year, which is reverse of what Jason Garrett usually does. But at home, our two victories have been at home. So I'm going to give you that one. I'm also going to say that if there's a weakness on the defense, one, Jalen Ramsey, don't know if he's going to play.
He played.
Second,
not well.
If he does, he's playing on a hurt knee. Third, Jacksonville has given up 101 yards rushing. And not to the premier running backs. And the best one they faced was Barkley, his first game, with the New York Stinking Giants. And when you look at all the offenses, with the exception of Kansas City, all those offenses are in the mid-20s. I'm not saying we got a great offense, but none of those teams have the defense that we have. Say that again. None of them have the defense that we have. It may be ugly, It may be a low-scoring affair. Although, I'm going to buck the trend. I'm going to tell you that the Cowboys are going to score more points on this one than they have in a long time. So, I'm going to get back to my gumbo.
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Did I just get this spot on? Did I say the Cowboys are going to score a lot more points than they have in a long time? Because I can only remember, I think, two other games. I think it's New England and against Denver where we scored 49 points. That we scored 40 points. It's been a long time coming. Did I say that earlier today? Did I say that Jalen Ramsey was going to be playing on one leg? That the Jacksonville Jaguars hadn't played a running back like we did. Now, granted, Zeke Elliott only had about 105 yards, but Dak Prescott ran the F out the ball. Over 80 yards rushing. He had like almost 9 yards per carry. And I know, the Dak haters are going to say, yeah, well, it was only one game. He fumbled twice. He still didn't get 200 yards. But I'm going to tell you this. Everybody who's beat me up and said you were so wrong about this offense. This is what this offense was supposed to be doing. Don't ask me why, because this game was called different than any of the other games in a long time. We played play action the hell out of it. We kept rolling Dak Prescott outside. Something I kept saying, Dak Prescott is so much better when he's on the move outside the pocket. It's not that 7-step drop back passer where he's getting a lot of pressure that he can dance around and do that back shoulder fade and everything else that you see Tony Romo or a quarterback who has more than 2.5 seasons under their belt can do. But you do some run pass options. You get him outside. You get him in a hurry up offense. Those are his strengths. For whatever reason, today we went with those strengths. Now, Cole Beasley, Mr. Hot Sauce, went off. Cole Beasley had the best game he's had in a long, long time. But look at the other numbers. The ball went everywhere. Rico got a big catch. You got to catch, you got to catch, you got to catch, and you got to catch, and you got to catch. And it was literally Jacksonville didn't know where it was coming from. It wasn't all first down, run it up the middle. We were in 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 almost every time. Because when you are in 2nd and 5, it opens up the playbook. It keeps the defenses guessing, and that's what you have to do as an offensive coordinator. This is the way that this offense was supposed to run. Now, don't ask me because I don't know why, but it's like that, and that's the way it is. Who said that? The team will do this one week, and then the next week they'll go back through and have a brain fart and go back to just trying to run Zeke, draw up the middle. This shows you the potential of what you have. Still, there's a guy, Mari Cooper, out there that the Raiders are looking at saying, you know what, we'd like to trade him. Maybe you look at something like that. This at least quiets the fired Jason Garrett chance. And believe me, there's a lot of people that still want him gone. And Scott Linehan. Now, my question is, at this point, why the heck have we been not trying to do this on a regular? Did somebody take Scott Linehan and tie him up and put him in a closet and have somebody else call plays? Because that was a totally different play called game than we've had before. But I'll also preface it this as well. Remember I said the 5%. If everybody just does 5% more, things will click. We cut down on the penalties. We didn't have the false starts over and over again. We didn't have the holding penalties that ended up putting us in 1st and 20. You had wide receivers holding onto the ball. You had wide receivers getting open. Offensive line gave Dak Prescott time. Dak hit receivers better. Coaching called a better game plan. All of these things added up. 5% doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you take 5% over here, and 5% over there, 5% over there, and over there, collectively it elevates the whole team in the play. And of course the defense got turnovers. because turnovers put you into great field position and gets the other team's defense out on the field when they're not expecting to be out on the field. All of these things created the perfect storm for the Cowboys to win 40-7. That's the way they're going to be able to win. And I am as excited as can be because for the first time in forever, we are actually playing for something against the Washington Redskins. Usually we're playing for the toilet bowl where the loser gets flushed. Next week, we're playing for first place in the division. First place against the Washington Redskins. And I got to tell you, I don't know when the last time that was. I guess against RG3 in the playoff, or that 8-8 season. But this game means something. We got something on the line. And I'm going to make it my point that tomorrow morning, Doc Walker gets on at 10 o'clock on Sports 980. I'm going to make sure I'm the first caller in there because I am single-handedly trying to restart the rivalry. I hate the Washington Redskins. I'm going to be talking trash all week. We're going to be there at the tailgate. I hope you guys will join us. I'm excited as can be about my Cowboys. And what a difference a day makes. Woo! I'm Mark Holmes. I'm so happy about my quarterback. It's so good to get a win. I'll see you soon.